Ready, cut.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome back to our channel. Maybe this audio is nicer now compared to before when I would sing. Nothing? You don't want to say hello?
Hello. It's your channel, so
Bro, what are you talking about? It's literally on the same YouTube channel
we gotta get a third mic.
for other people. Sure. Anyways, welcome to our channel.
Our channel, yes.
It's been a long time. It's been like over a year, I think. A lot has happened, but we'll go into that another time, I guess. But welcome to our podcast, guys. Oh! Sorry, guys, we're new here.
Yeah.
So, welcome. It's, what are we, the 2nd, January?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do a podcast. So, here we are in the new year. Hopefully, we get this together.
2025, yes.
My goal is to upload for now, like twice a month.
Wow.
I told you this, no? Anything you want to say?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing. Get straight into the Reddit stories.
Okay, so one of my favorite podcasts is Two Hot Takes. She also does some with her dad, and then her brother is also doing one. So like I watch all three of them, and I love listening to their opinions on Reddit stories. And I never really got into Reddit until I started watching them. I feel like there's a lot of people who do podcasts about like am I the asshole stories. There's a lot going on TikTok and everything.
Those.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to be doing something similar. I mean, a lot of people do that. We're not always going to do Reddit stories. I feel like we're going to try to do other stuff. I want to do other stuff also, not
Like what other stuff?
just talking in general, not only stories.
Okay, cool.
Like our, what's it called? Like our mukbangs. Very just casual, like random questions.
Answering questions, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're just talking.
Mhm.
And hopefully we get some guests. I already have, not me saying I have a few lined up, but I really just have one
You
at
just
the
have
moment.
one
I just have one at the moment, my bestie.
recurring guest, you know?
Hopefully people will want to join our pod, but for now we're going to get started and read some Reddit stories. So since it's January 2nd, like this is our theme today. It's about achievement, goals, dreams. So since it's the new year, it's kind of like,
New Year resolutions.
no, the stories are not specific to resolutions, just like general goals. Yeah, not really just for the new year.
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna leave the best story for last because I know Kevin and I'm sure I know that you're gonna like this.
How many
last.
stories do we have today?
I don't know. I have maybe like 5.
5 all for today?
Yeah, but I don't know because like I think I want to keep it short for now. Like I think I max 30 minutes.
Cool.
Just so it's not too long, just to dip our toes into the water and see what people think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Okay, first one. Am I the asshole for ending things with my partner after she changed her long-term goals? I, 28 male, have been in a relationship with my now ex, 26 female. So I guess they broke up.
Broken up, yeah.
For about 2 years. When we first started dating, we both agreed on shared visions of the future, settling down, focusing on careers, and eventually starting a family. A few months ago, she told me she had a change of heart. She no longer wants kids and instead wants to live a more carefree life, traveling the world and focusing on herself. While I fully respect her choices, I think it's great that she's following what makes her happy. It left me feeling like we were no longer aligned. I took some time to process this and tried to imagine a life without the family I've always dreamed of, but it didn't feel right, so I ended things. She was devastated and said I'm shallow and inflexible for breaking up over a future that hasn't even happened yet, on quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Some friends agree with and think I should have compromised, while others say I did the right thing for being honest about what I want. Am I the asshole for walking away because we no longer share the same long-term vision?
No, he definitely did the right thing. Again, they were together for how long?
2 years.
2 years. Like, that's still pretty fresh in the relationship. Like, yeah, that's still a good amount of being together and everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like you guys have already settled down and then this popped out of nowhere. I feel like that would have been a different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the fact that it's still early on in the relationship and then the goals didn't align
Yeah.
at all anymore, like, it's better to break it off earlier than later, right?
Then drag it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because imagine, like, but it's weird, like, that she's like, she's allowed to be devastated, but she's like, you're shallow and inflexible for breaking up over a future that hasn't even happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what does she expect?
Because, like, the fact that she even mentioned, like, she didn't want kids, right?
Yeah, she wants to live a more carefree life, traveling the world, focusing on herself.
But
Did she specify
did she
no
specifically
kids?
say she didn't want kids at
Yeah,
all?
she no longer
Yeah.
wants kids.
Exactly. That's such a big like game changer because like a lot of girls I feel like they want kids early on, but then like once you hit a certain age and then you start exploring life, you just don't want to settle down as fast as you might have thought that you wanted to like when you were in your teens or whatever. I mean no, I definitely think he's not the asshole. They had different visions, different goals, different timelines. So I definitely feel like it's better to break it off early as much as it hurts than to drag it on.
Yeah. I don't know what she expected though.
Her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they should have maybe stayed together for like 6 months
Like a bit more longer than this, cuz like he didn't mention like when they had this conversation and when he broke up, like the timeline of how long
Yeah.
it took.
Yeah. I feel like nothing matters once you involve like wanting kids, not wanting kids. Like the fact that she mentioned she didn't want kids, period.
And he
And
really
he,
wants a
yeah,
family.
then like
Yeah, at that point, like
just break it
it's
off right there and then.
yeah, but then her saying like he's worried about a future that hasn't even happened yet. But like even if it hasn't happened yet, like you literally said you don't want kids. Like
Like
obviously
what
it can
changed though?
change.
Exactly.
She
What
can change.
changed from wanting kids to not wanting kids? That.
Just a realization, I guess.
But maybe she can also go for like have a carefree life for like a year or two and then be like, yeah, the same for me. I want kids.
Yeah, she can go back to wanting kids,
Yeah.
right?
Comments if you don't have anything else to add.
Not the asshole. Ask those friends why is it okay for the girlfriend to change her vision, but not for you to keep the original. Both of you are being true to yourselves and need to do what makes you happy.
Weird.
Ask those friends what they mean by compromise. If they mean give up everything you ever wanted, explain that's not how compromise works. And here, someone says, shallow and inflexible over a future that hasn't happened yet. That's the whole fucking point. You want different things. Children are absolutely deal breakers, not the asshole.
Exactly that.
And bro, like, it's like she's saying, like, why wait for like, why are you making these decisions now if the future hasn't happened? Like, she's like, stay with me longer. And, like,
She's like, stay with me longer until I find another man that I can replace you right there and then.
no, it's like, bro, what? It makes no sense. Why would he stay? I don't know. Future that hasn't happened yet. Like, maybe she was thinking that maybe she would have a change of heart again. Like, she'd go
Yeah,
back.
at that point.
But then
She
how
says it that way.
long? How long are you trying to stay?
And maybe like they're broken up now, but they might possibly get back together
Yeah.
further down the line once she realizes that she wants kids and settle down, or maybe if he realizes that he doesn't want kids for whatever reason.
Imagine they stay together and then, like, he convinces himself that he's like, yeah, actually, I don't want kids. And then she's like, wait, I actually do.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Dude, that's crazy. But no, not the asshole for walking away. Having a family is like such a big life decision, like to choose a good partner. It's a big commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's read this one. This one's a bit shorter. Am I the asshole for setting a weekly sex goal? This is probably going to sound weird, but here it goes. I made a goal tracking app a few years ago. It has actually changed my life. I used to struggle with procrastinations. Setting weekly goals for myself and tracking my progress was all I needed to help with it. Now for the am I the asshole part. Me and my wife haven't been having as much sex lately. It's honestly mostly my fault, so I added a once a week goal in my tracker. Basically, the goal is to have sex once a week. She never initiates and I rarely feel like it, so it's easy for several weeks to pass and me not even realize it's been weeks since we last had sex. My wife found out and is pretty upset about it. If I didn't do that, we would go back to having sex like 4 times a year. So I think it's a positive, but I don't know. Am I the asshole? Do you find it weird though? That like I don't know. I've heard so many stories like this where like they want to prioritize having sex like just because of life in general. Heard a lot of stories where like they have a lot like kids and like schedules are just crazy that like they're like, you know what, just add it to your Google Calendar so we both see it. So I don't know. To me, this is not really shocking. Have you ever heard of people
like scheduling
putting
sex?
it in their calendar? Yeah.
Never heard of it, Did it help them though? Because, like, if you don't want sex, because he said it, he doesn't want to initiate it. Like,
Yeah, and he says it's honestly mostly my fault.
yeah, and that they've went weeks of having no sex because he hasn't initiated it. She never does, right? That's what he said.
She never initiates, and I rarely feel like it.
Right. So they
So at that
both don't
point, it's
want.
really, yeah,
Like, yo, if you both don't want sex, then
I
like,
know. Like, if it's not like as important to you as it is to other people, then like, bro, it is what it
yeah,
is, you
it's
know?
fine.
Yeah.
Is it that it's not important, or like they just don't feel like that about each other?
What do you mean? Like, the need
Yeah.
to have like that
Yeah.
intimacy?
Yeah.
But honestly, to like this story, it sounds like to them it's like not so important as it is to like another couple.
So, but like she got mad for it for what?
My wife found out and is pretty upset about it.
Did they talk about it?
Probably not. That's the thing.
I want to know about her perspective. Like, why are you mad about it?
I know.
He wants to further the sexual relationship between the two of them. She got mad for that. Very confused about this. I can't wait to hear the comments.
Oh
Hey, update?
my god.
Update?
Because I went on their account
Okay.
and I can see like how many times they posted.
Okay.
So this one is a year old, the one I just read, but it doesn't show the date. So there's a second story, but it also says a year ago, but I don't know which one is first. But the title is How Do I, 34 male, Go About Telling My Wife, 31 female, that I don't want to have sex with her because she's gained too much weight. I have had zero libido for the past few months of my marriage. I went to my doctors recently to get everything checked, and nothing is physically wrong with me that can cause that. We got married in 2020, and ever since then, my wife has stopped being active and even trying to eat healthy. So she's gained 90 pounds and is close to 300. I haven't been attracted to her in a long time. I've been trying to encourage her to exercise with me, but she isn't interested and seems fine with how things are. We barely have sex anymore. We've been intimate 10 times this whole year. I didn't actually want to have sex a single time.
My boy starfished on her. That's crazy.
I just feel bad and give in to her complaining. I have to watch porn and edge for days just so I can
And what?
keep just an edge. I've never heard of that
Yeah,
before.
man.
For days just so I can keep an election during sex with her. Is that him saying like he watches porn
To get himself hard.
just to get like
That drive.
that? Yeah, but he doesn't
And
do
then
anything.
he closes his eyes.
And then he doesn't do anything about it
Mm-hmm.
just so like he can keep it in until they have sex. That's basically what I understood from that. That's fucked up. I have been doing that as a band-aid solution, hoping she would start actually putting some effort into our relationship, but I have given up hope that it will actually happen. I'm frustrated with this whole situation, but I love my wife and I don't want to leave her. Yet I'm not sure I can live the rest of my life without decent sex. I've decided I don't want to keep having sex with her when I don't actually feel like it, but I have no idea how to tell her it's because of how she looks. Has anyone been in this situation? How did you tell your spouse? I understand there's no way to tell her without hurting her, but I want to cause as little pain as possible while still respecting myself. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. It's like they're
That's
married too,
tough.
right?
Yeah.
4 years? 5? No?
Since
2020?
2020. Yeah. At first, just reading the thing, I was like, you're an asshole. But honestly, like, I gotta know, like, what's his physique, too. Because, like, if he's, like, living his, like, such a healthy lifestyle and everything.
Mm-hmm. And she used to too.
Yeah. But, like,
Because he said that she used to work out, but then she stopped eating healthy too. Gained
well,
90
probably because of
pounds.
COVID, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
People here are saying I'd approach it from a perspective of you're worried about her health. Probably because you should be. Frankly, she will not live very long if her weight stays like this. Only normal you would want her to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like 300 pounds is a lot for sure, especially depending on her height and everything. Like,
Yeah.
so many factors that we don't know, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what would you do if that was me on the other end?
No, well, I don't know. It's different for him because to me, it's like he's not worried about. Well, I mean, he did tell her, like, didn't she say? Didn't he say, like,
Well, yeah, he doesn't want
yeah, I've
to
been
have
trying. I've been trying to encourage her to exercise with me, but she isn't interested and seems fine with how things are.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to have sex because he's like low key not attracted to her. That's why his libido is so low. That's why he's been resorting to porn.
Honestly, I think no one's the asshole.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, for sure. Ha, you judge the book by its cover. That's crazy, bruv. Like, it's okay to gain weight, but like at a certain point.
Yeah, and then at that point, it's like, hey, like, you gotta, like, work on yourself because you're
Mm-hmm.
not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if they had that conversation, you know?
Yeah. If you were in his shoes and you did have that conversation, how much time would you give that significant other before like breaking it off, even if they're married?
I
Would you
don't
break it
know.
off?
Probably because, like, imagine you're, like, trying to help someone and they don't even want it.
Mm-hmm.
He's 34, she's 31.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine you're, like, pushing and pushing and, like,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help them and they don't want it. What can you do?
Yeah.
Next story.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty long. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to turn down his dream job for my career? I'm gonna be vague for privacy reasons. Sorry. I, 33 female, am the breadwinner of our household. I have multiple highly specialized degrees for a niche industry. I make 200K plus, with potential to get in the 600 M's range. So I make 200K with potential to get in the 600K to a million range.
Yeah.
My company has not been hit badly by COVID. This story is 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So most of us have kept our jobs. My husband, 36 male, has a broad degree / work experience. He quit his job right before COVID hit, hoping for a better job in the meantime, and I was supportive. He spent a ton of time applying to various jobs and finally landed an interview at Organization X. This is his dream job. In almost every imaginable way, I can't be detailed. However, it's paying about 65K a year, which would be fine, except this job directly puts my job stability at risk. My company and this organization are adversarial. My field is extremely secretive, and if clients discovered my spouse was working for a competitor, I would be permanently tainted. I wouldn't be able to get a job in an industry forever. I know this sounds like an exaggeration, but I promise you it is absolutely not. It'd be like if I worked in protecting the privacy of celebrities and he worked for TMZ. If he taped my car, got into my work devices, he could use that to advance his career, and any trust I have in this field will be gone. Even if I trusted my husband not to do that, my clients and company won't.
Mm-hmm.
Worse, because my background is so specialized, this is the only field I can work in. I asked him to drop from consideration for this job, since if he got it, we'd lose my income. 65K a year cannot support us in this city. Plus, he does not have to work for this organization. Even if the job market is awful right now, his background gives him access to a wide range of jobs. But I only have this one niche field. He was extremely angry and said I was selfish and only cared about money. I told him that if he wanted to go back to school for an advanced degree or just be unemployed for a while, I would support him, but taking this job isn't possible. He continued to process behind my back and got the offer. That's crazy. He wants to accept it because he says his career needs to take priority and that I wasn't being a supportive wife. I feel so betrayed, and I've been contacted all relevant higher ups in my company to inform them. I notified them as soon as he got the interview because it's better coming from my email than from a background check. I told him he could decline the offer without me watching him physically decline it, or he could accept the offer and move out immediately. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay for him to stay 2 weeks at a hotel and we would begin divorce proceedings. I read this story already, but I'm still shocked. My company is willing to take care of all of my legal fees. Wow.
Wait, say that again?
Her company would take care of all
Her
legal
company.
fees
Yo, what company is this?
for the divorce.
That's crazy.
I feel fucking awful. I still love him. I moved decisively because this was the best way to cut my losses, but it still hurts. He called me heartless and cold. It's true that I was prioritizing my career over this, but it felt like the only option at the same time.
Is this am I the asshole? Yeah, she ain't the asshole. But that's me though.
No, a lot of people
Yo,
did.
me,
Like,
me as the husband? Yo, I'm a
Stay at
stay at home
home.
dad, baby.
stay at home
Yo,
husband,
what do
bro.
you mean? I mean, so many people like have goals and are so passionate about what they want to do, right?
Yeah.
Not me.
Because this is his dream job. And she's in her, what I say, dream job, but she is the breadwinner. Like, this shit,
Yo,
like she said.
200 possibility of making 600K to a million.
Yeah.
Yo, my dream job at that point is staying home and doing hobbies.
babe.
Yo,
But that's the thing.
Sad.
She says she specializes in something very, very, very specific, and she doesn't want to specify
Yeah.
because obviously, whatever.
Yo, do let me know though, because I'm trying to get into that field at this point. The fact that it's so secretive, but I loved her example.
She compared it. Yeah, exactly what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. How like if I worked in protecting the privacy of celebrities, he worked for
Yo,
TMZ.
I'm like, yo, it can't be that bad. Once she compared it to that, I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
hard.
I mean, yo, like,
What are you supposed to do if this is his dream job?
and the fact that like he's not understanding at the same time, it's like, and the fact that like she wouldn't even be able to get another job.
Yeah,
That's what,
she'd have to go try to do something completely
yeah,
different. Or...
just messed up. So at this point, like, I feel like she's not the asshole. She's doing, at the end of the day, it's you with you, right? So if your significant other can't understand how crucial,
Your job is.
yeah, especially like when it's that specialized and
Yeah.
everything, it's like,
And the fact that like she said that if he takes this job, she loses hers if they stay
yeah,
together.
yo,
Like she literally said, your 65K a year is not gonna make you work for the both of us. And he's like,
even
well,
if it did, I ain't trading 200K for 65. Huh? Yeah?
no,
Yeah.
no, for sure. But like just the fact that like he's like, well, I don't care.
Okay.
It's my dream job.
Okay,
So
cool.
at that point, it's like, well, if you get it, like you know that
We
like
can't be together.
we're not gonna work together. Yeah, they're literally gonna get a divorce, and that's
Okay.
literally what she
So
did.
so at that point, clearly, at this point, he's the asshole, right?
Yeah,
Because it's like if you're not able to understand
compromise.
that and like you finding another job, then
Compromise. I don't know. There's no comments from her,
mm-hmm.
and I wanted to see if there was like an update.
Mm-hmm.
Nada.
Did she mention where they lived? No, huh?
No, she
For
just
privacy
said like
reasons.
an expensive
Area. Los Angeles.
New York City. New York City.
Sure.
Okay, last one.
Mm-hmm.
I kept the the best for last because I know you're gonna love this story. Because when I read it, I swear to God, I was like, yo, he lives for the pettiness of this. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she was so close to getting her dream job? I'm a 33-year-old man and my wife is 27. Since the start of our relationship, my wife has been very particular about how things get done and tends to believe that she knows the one true correct way for anything related to anything. She had admitted that she can be a control freak. While this bothers me, it has never been a true deal breaker in our relationship. Very often, when I do just about anything, whether it be a household chore, assembling a piece of furniture, taking a picture, or writing a presentation for work, in a field where I have a master's degree and she has no formal education,
Damn.
she'll do this thing while she'll condescendingly say, "You were so close to getting it right."
Oh.
Really draw out the so close part.
Yo.
I've told her dozens of times that I'd prefer her to stop because it sounds so condescending, but she insists that she's complimenting me. Bro, it's a girl.
The Lulu is the Luluing.
I do the dishes and place them out to dry in an orientation she doesn't approve of, question mark.
Oh,
You
it has
were-
to face like north to south kind of thing instead of east to west.
You were
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, probably. You are so close. Next time, put them that way. I take a picture of her. You are so close. Next time, angle the camera this way. I complete a project at work and show her the results. You are so close. Next time, write it this way. Bro. For the last 2 months, my wife has been undergoing an intensive hiring process for a job in our city. She works in a highly niche field and seldom finds job openings, and therefore she was ecstatic to have the opportunity for a relatively well-paying job, doing what she wants to do. She got to the very final stage where the company was considering 2 people. Coincidentally, the other of whom was her college roommate. Oh my god. Well, on Friday, she got the call telling her, "Thanks for the application, but blah blah blah, record on file, and all that jazz." My wife came to me crying. I immediately comforted her and said, "You were so close." Her head whipped up and she asked what I meant by that. I said she was so close to getting the job, but was just a bit off. She immediately walked out to stay at her friend's house, where she's currently sulking. She finally sent me a text this afternoon calling me a huge jerk. Was I unnecessarily being an asshole here?
No, that's exactly what I would have done.
I was so excited to read this one to you.
Oh, yo, I thought he did something to like prevent her from getting the job.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought at the
I see, I see, I
beginning.
see.
But that, no, you are not the asshole. You just gave her a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, and she didn't like it. Well, won't you look at that?
Wow.
Top comment. Man, you were so close to being the asshole, but after all you've endured, not the asshole. Oh, it's crazy,
I
bro.
love it. I love these kind of assholes in the
I
world.
wonder if there's an update. Let
Oh
me
my
see. But this story, I was like, wow. There's no update. This is 2 years old.
Ugh.
Okay, so there's a comment here. This is his comment.
Uh-huh.
I want to be completely honest, as other people are asking, that it wasn't my intention to give her a taste of her own medicine.
It just came out.
I just heard that phrase so many times in so many different situations that it was legitimately the first thing that came to mind. Oh my gosh. She really was so close. That's what I was trying to say, that she was so close. Not that she was being petty, I guess, right? When she reacted with shock that I'd say such a thing with her, I do admit that I doubled down because I've heard it literally hundreds of times.
No, but like he doubled down, still not on purpose. Like
Yeah.
he's like, no, yeah, were you not close? Were you not in the top
I
two?
know, yeah, exactly. But there's someone replied. She's like, she got upset because she knows what that means when she says it, and it ain't sweet. Your wife told on herself. Make sure you point that out on her.
Yeah.
Period.
The second she would have whipped her head up, I would have been like, what? It's a compliment.
Oh, that's great.
Oh man. Isn't that what you said? It's a compliment.
That's crazy.
Yo. Oh man. I would have acted so stupid about it. Like, yo, why are you mad? Like, how can someone be so mad dishing out a compliment? See, sometimes I love how the world works.
But the fact that he wasn't doing it on purpose and it just came out and he was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. But like you think like the second once she realized, like once she reacted, did he realize right away like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's
But
like,
he
when
doubled down on it though. So like if you realized
Yeah.
because of her reaction, like you shouldn't have doubled down, even
Yeah.
if it wasn't on purpose.
You like it?
I love
I
that
knew
one.
you would.
Oh my god, I need more stories like that.
I know. I feel like with you, like I feel like we should do one that's like
Petty?
petty theme.
Petty and mighty asshole.
Yeah.
Oh
Literally. I feel like you would love that.
my love.
Yeah. But I asked you what theme you want and you're like sports. So maybe the next one is sports.
Not pettiness.
We'll see. I already have a couple sports ones.
Oh, this was fun.
Cool. Okay, well, bye.
See ya.
What the?
Until next time.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Deuces.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think. And we'll see you in like 2 weeks.
Alright, deuces.
See ya. Bye.